Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Mikal Kadash. Yahweh been the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah been the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now we're going to get into these prophecies, and we're going to get into the evidence showing how the American blacks, or the descendants of slaves, and the Hispanics, the Native Americans, these are the children of Israel. And we see through the scriptures this evidence. This is why these records was recorded, so we can have evidence, and we can have these words as a witness going against the lies of these other people that's non-Israelites that's trying to interpret our records. See, it was giving us a spirit of discernment where only we could discern and pretty much understand the scriptures. And we was gonna be the only ones with a vested, or the only ones who would find this important, because these other Gentiles, they're living in their kingdom and they're not worried about anything. See, they don't have these worries, they don't have these concerns. Now when you go into, let's see here, just to get that foundation for these Israelites to understand why they shouldn't be listening to these heathens, because these people do not worry about this stuff. Okay, let's get Psalm 73. Okay, 73 and 5. It says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Okay, look at verse 7. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than heart could wish. See, the Gentiles got more than their heart can wish. They're not worried and concerned about the Bible, scriptures, see, salvation. These are not worries to them. Okay, just because they working a job, see, working for one of their family members, or one of their what you call it, fellow citizens of their nation, they're not worried about what we're worried about. And an Israelite, a descendant of slave, will listen to them and think that they're worried when they're not worried. See, they have more than their heart can wish. And let's go to Abraham, because Abraham in Genesis, what is it, chapter 10? Or is it chapter 9? Get this. Okay, chapter 13. Okay. Yeah, chapter 13. Let's get it. It says, and Abraham went out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him into the south. And Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. So that shows you what rich is. Rich is a specific thing. And this is what these people have. They have land to put cattle on. And they control the commerce. They have currencies for their nation. See? And this is what the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't understand. It ain't about having the currency. It's about owning the currency. And when you have gold, or you have something that's valuable, like gold, then you have some kind of riches. And this is what the Lord is talking about. Now, when you go into the curses of Deuteronomy 28, it shows you what the condition of the Israelites would be. And this is an ongoing curse, an ongoing condition and punishment that the Israelites would be going through. And Yahushua certified it, because he said it's finna happen again to you guys. It happened in Babylon, Assyria, the Persians, the Medes, the Egyptians. It happened through all of these situations. But guess what? It's finna come around once again. Once again, the abomination of desolation finna come for you and your children. But we gonna end it off with that one. But this one is going into the curses. Let's start with 15. Start the foundation of the curses. From 1 to 15 is the blessing. Or 1 to 14 is the blessing, and 15 to 68 is the curse. Okay, 15 is going into how this curse is stemming from disobedience. Cursed would you be in the city. This is the main thing. It's going to be cities that you're going to be living in. You're not going to possess these cities. You're just going to be living in these cities. And you will be cursed in these cities. This will be the foundation of your situation. 48 will give you the condition that's going on in the cities. Starting with 45, then you know it's talking about the curses. 45, it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon you and pursue you and overtake you till you be destroyed. Okay? 48 breaks it all down. It says, therefore shall you serve your enemies, which the Lord shall send against you in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. The want of all things in that city, you will be cursed. You will be in the hood, the projects, the ghetto, the barrio. See, you will be in the slums in South America, living in shacks and huts. See, with no AC or electricity. You will be living in the worst condition. It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron around upon your neck. This is what we was in chains. The Native Americans was in chains when those soldiers came through. The descendants of slaves was in chains when they was being sold on auction blocks and walked from city to city, town to town. Okay, until you shall be destroyed. So this is what was going on with the descendants of slaves and the Israelites. Okay. And 46 tells you this was not just going to be for people, for the after they came out of Egypt. It just wasn't going to happen one time with the Babylonian or one time with the Assyrian. This is what's going to be on the children of Israel forever. And Yahushua said when that forever would stop. See, he gave the time to when it would stop. So let's go into when he said it would stop. He gave an expiration date on the curses of the Israelites. And we know the transatlantic slave trade was not the end of the situation. It was in the middle. See, if it would have happened after the situation, then they could have had an argument to it. But you can't have no argument when it's right dead center into the situation. It's dead at the end. Okay, let's go ahead and get 24, set the foundation. Okay, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into all nations. So he's saying this slave trade will be going on. Why are you going into all nations? Because the nations, all of them, going to be putting you in bondage and benefiting off of your behind. It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. So the Gentiles will be using you and trading you as slaves until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. When that time is going to be? Verse 27, it says, then the Son of Man shall come in, Son of Man, then they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth near. Okay, so this is when they will be redeemed, bought back. This is when everything was going to happen. You see, so he set a foundation and a time on when these curses would come to an end. Okay, and it was 2,000 years, or I would say, let's see here, about 1,500 years before the Atlantic slave trade, maybe even 13. And so this is not talking about the end of no situation. This is not talking about just a short period of time something was going to happen. He gave you a timeline on the curses. Because he's talking about the Israelites and he's talking about slavery. So if you see some slavery before he pop out that sky, this is going to be concerning the Israelites. Slavery with the Native American. Put you into some concentration camps and you still cursed in the city. Put you in South America somewhere when one of our colonies that we started and still maintain with our currency under the pound, the euro, or the dollar, and you in these shacks. Put you in America, in the hood, the projects, see, in public housing, Section 8, welfare, and this is the condition you in the ghetto, where the Jews reside. This is where you was gonna be, man, until that sky cracked. Yeah, this is what the scriptures is talking about. And so these people running their mouth about all nations and no, all the nations got their time. They living. Let's go ahead and get. And I'm gonna keep bringing this out because I really don't see people looking at the situation. They all over the place. When this is the major foundation where you cut these Gentiles and these non-Israelites down who want to run their mouth about our scriptures and run their mouth about what the Lord is going to do and doing. And they can't deny that this is existing right now. They say all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory. See, they in glory. They got more than their heart can wish. Everyone in his own house. See, this is a big one. When you go into wealth and what you call it, the economic situation where people is calculating the wealth of they family, you got a house that you're dealing with, and they'll might throw in a car and some furniture, and that'll be the calculation of how much wealth or money that this family has. And so when you don't got no land, you're living in these freaking ghettos, you're not a part of that conversation. That's what redlining was all about. We're going to redline this housing situation because we can't let these Israelites have no kind of wealth in our kingdom. We want them at the bottom so they can serve us and serve our children, just like Leviticus 25 and 44 is talking about. See, we want to be those, the people that's not working our peoples to death. We want to work the heathen, the people that's outside of our nation. We want to work them to death, and we want to be able to pass this on to our children. This is what the common Israelite ain't understanding. They want to talk about a skin color. They want to talk about all kind of manner of thing that ain't got nothing to do with the foundation of the scriptures. That the Israelites don't have a king in the land and the military and the government and the face on the dollar. That's who the Israelites are. If the East Indian man want to say, well, who am I? Well, if you got your face on some currency, you are not an Israelite. Chinaman, Arab, Hamite, African. See, you jokers got y'all militaries and y'all currencies, man, and y'all governments. We the ones living inside of somebody else's nation. And so this is the foundation of the scriptures, certified evidence of who the Israelites are and who the Bible is written for and to. And I ended off with Apostle Paul, who they love so much, but he put a dagger in their sweet little Christian mind. Down at verse 3, for I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites. Paul was focusing on bloodline Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises, whose are the fathers, concerning of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came. Christ came for flesh. See, this is what the Antichrist would be fighting against. See, the Antichrist would be fighting that the Lord came to deal with the flesh of the Israelites, with his flesh when he was an Israelite, and the flesh of the other Israelites. See, who is over all, God blessed forever. Amen. And this is what the Antichrist Christianity church is all about. They're all about fighting the fact that the Lord is dealing with the Israelites according to the flesh. It ain't got nothing to do with the faith of the heathen. It's got to do with the faith of the Israelites, because it's only 2/3 of the Israelites. 1/3 of the Israelites that's going to have this faith where they can meet the standards of the Lord. The rest of them, their faith is going to crumble when it comes to obeying the Lord and rejecting their slave master. But I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem and Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the true peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.